What's going on, guys? TTL here. Going to be going over my top 6 MLB picks for today, June 28th, 2025. Thank you guys so much for all the support on the past few videos. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, we're going to be playing over on Underdog Fantasy today. You can use code TTL and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Yesterday we had a pretty good day over in VIP. If you're interested in VIP, until the end of June, you can get 75% off. So your first month will only be $7. I mean, it's incredible. You're not going to beat this deal on a VIP anywhere. We went up over 7 units on the sportsbook bets. We absolutely crushed them all the way around. We cashed this 2 pick for League of Legends, a 2 pick for MLB, and another 2 pick for MLB. So you guys can go ahead, get signed up to VIP using the WAP or the Patreon link. Both of those work. And then just join the free Discord, and the VIP section is there. Also, in the free Discord, starting in July, every single Friday, I'm going to be giving away between $250 to $500. So make sure you guys get joining the free Discord. No purchase necessary, no signups necessary, nothing like that. So let's get into the actual video. Thank you guys so much for the support. I do appreciate it. So let me go ahead and pull up my 6 pick that I played that I plan to give you guys for free. Get into it. So we're going to start off. We're going to go ahead and take Austin Slater. And we're going to go ahead and take Austin Slater for the White Sox. We're going to take him under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs. Loving this prop today. This game does not start until 4:10 p.m., which is beautiful for us as well. And when we search up Austin Slater, we can see the hits, runs, and RBIs 1.5 line is minus 155 on sports books right now. And the under is at a 87.63% projected hit rate in this matchup. So I'm loving that today. When we take a look at it, we can see he's went under in 5 straight games. He's went under this in 9 of his last 10 games. And this season, he's went under in 28 of 33 games that he's played, an 84.8% hit rate this season thus far. He's against Robbie Ray today, who I don't love, but he's only given up 4.4 hits allowed per game, 6.5 strikeouts per game, 2 walks, and 1.8 earned runs allowed per game. I'm more so worried about the relief pitchers for the Giants. But even with that being said, I don't think Austin Slater is going to be able to get 2 or more hits, runs, and RBIs. So let's take this under 1.5 line here. We have him projected for 0.78, which I'm just loving. And again, a projected hit rate of almost 88%. So the recommendation is to take the under here. Let's lock it in with confidence and move on to our second prop of the day. Our second prop of the day is going to be Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker over 4.5 hits allowed. This one is a 0.88x, and I am absolutely loving this one versus the Mariners as well. And I'll go ahead and let you know, I think this is going to be a pretty high scoring game personally. I think both of these teams, it was a high scoring game yesterday. This could be an angle where we could take the game total over as well. But Kumar Rocker, and when we take a look at this, we can see hits allowed 4.5. This is minus 140 on sports books right now. The projection is to go over at an 80.7% projected hit rate. And when we take a look, we can see he's went over in 4 of his last 5. The one game he went under was versus the White Sox, who aren't a great team anyways. And he did give up 4 hits allowed in that game. So it was only by 0.5. Over his last 10, he's went over in 8 of his last 10, with 2 of these being from 2024. So when we look at 2025, he's went over in 7 of 8 games, an 87.5% hit rate this season. Last season, he went over in 1 of 3. But we can also see 4 innings pitched, 3 innings pitched. This season, he's averaging 4.1. Even in games with 1.2 innings pitched, like this game versus the Athletics, he gave up 7 hits allowed, though. So they're giving him a little bit more of a leash this year. I'm excited to see him get rocked. And his name is Kumar Rocker, so it just goes together. When we take a look at the batters for the Mariners, we can see there's not much sample size to go off of for any of these. Rodriguez has 2 and 4. Polanco 0 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 1 and 3. 0 and 2. 0. So, I mean, none of these are really bad, but they're definitely not good. But it's still very small sample size, so it's really too early to tell how they perform versus Rocker. The projected details, we have him projected for 5.4 hits allowed, so somewhere between 5 and 6 hits allowed in this matchup, with again an almost 81% projected hit rate on the over. So let's lock this in together and move on to prop number 3. Prop number 3, we're going to go ahead and take Matt Olson, and we're going to take him over 0.5 bases. You can take over 0.5 bases, or if it's up, you can take over 0.5 hits as well. This is a 0.8x. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is versus the Phillies. When we take a look at this prop, we can see the over 0.5 total bases is minus 170 on sports books. The over is projected to hit at right around a 74.8, 75% hit rate. These are both the same exact prop, 0.5 hits, 0.5 bases, and they're both around 75%. Now, the reason that these may be a little bit different is that there's 10,000 simulations ran based on all the data that we have, like batting average, WOBA, batter versus pitcher data, the last hit rates, all that good stuff. So that's the reason that they were a little bit different, because the 10,000 simulations are going to count them as different props. But you're going to see them always be very close together. But when we take a look at this, we can see he's went over this in 4 straight games. He's went over this in 4 of his last 5. He's went over this in 8 of his last 10. And he's went over this in 58 of 79 this season as well, a 73.4% hit rate. When we take a look, he's against Jesus Luzardo, and he is giving up 2.56 earned runs allowed per game with 5.9 hits allowed per game, allowing a ton of hits. He's giving up 6.5, or he's getting 6.5 strikeouts per game, which is great on that end, but 1.81 walks allowed as well. We have him projected for 1.45 hits versus Luzardo, and I don't think that's an exaggeration. I think it's very possible that he even gets 2 bases. But I do think he definitely gets 1. So this is a 75% projected hit rate when we round up. Let's go ahead and lock in Matt Olson and move on to our 4th prop of the day. Our 4th prop is going to be Brooks Lee from the Twins. We're going to take his over 0.5 total bases as well. This one is a 0.77x. This is the early game. This starts at 1:10 p.m., but there's still 2.5 hours to get this prop in. Brooks Lee over 0.5 total bases. When we take a look, minus 180 on sports books. The over has a projection of right at 73%. When we take a look, we can see he's went over in 4 straight games, 4 of his last 5, 9 of his last 10, and in 43 of 62 this season, a 69.4% hit rate this season. He's against Casey Mize as the pitcher, a 1.77 earned runs allowed average, 5.4 hits allowed per game, 5 strikeouts, and around 1.3 walks allowed. We have him projected, Brooks Lee projected for a 1.38 projection for total bases, so between 1 and 2. The way he's been performing lately, I'm loving this prop. There's nothing not to love. Projected hit rate of 73.18% on the recommended over. Let's go ahead and lock in Brooks Lee over 0.5 total bases. Next up, we're going to go ahead and take Pete Crow Armstrong. We're going to take the same exact thing for him, over 0.5 bases. You can also take over 0.5 hits. They're going to be the same exact odds because they're the same exact prop. When we take a look at this, this is versus the Astros. And when we take a look, we can see it's a minus 185 on sports books. The over has a projected hit rate of 72.17%. He's went over in 5 straight games. He's went over in 8 of his last 10. And this season, he's went over in 70%, 56 of 80 games so far this season. He's against Lance McCullers, who's giving up 2 earned runs, around 4 hits allowed, 5.5 strikeouts, and 2 walks allowed per game. And we have him projected for 1 hit, 1.05. So let's go ahead and lock in Pete Crow Armstrong on the over at a 72% projected hit rate and move on to our 6th and final projection for today. It's going to be Spencer Schwellenbach. And we're going to take his over 1.5 earned runs allowed. So this is a 0.81x. When we add this to our slip, it becomes a 9.43x. And this is crazy because we actually got it at higher in VIP, I believe. I think we got like 9.77 or something similar to that. But 9.43 is still a great odds to put it in on. Um, I'm loving this six pick, loving all six of them. If you want to flex it, you can. I personally recommend just standard or just mix and matching. I, of course, always run three picks, run two picks, things like that, as well as the bigger plays because you don't want to just rely on a six pick, of course. But Spencer Schwellenbach at 0.81x, when we take a look at his stats, we can see 1.5 earned runs allowed is minus 170 on the over, a 70.7% projected hit rate. He's went over in 4 straight games, 4 of his last 5. Over his last 10, he's went over in 8 of 10. And in 2025, he's went over in 11 of 16 games, 68.8%. Today, he's up against the Phillies batters who are decent. 0 and 6 is pretty terrible, but 1 and 9, that's also pretty terrible. 3 and 8, 0 and 2, 3 and 8, 1 and 4, 2 and 8, 3 and 5, 2 and 12, 1 and 2, 3 and 12. So they don't have too good, not too bad. There's some batters that are absolutely terrible versus him in these small sample sizes that we do have, and then there's some batters that do really well against him, like the 3 and 8. But I'm loving this matchup today. He's averaging 6 innings pitched. I think that he can definitely give up 2 earned runs in 6 innings. The games he went under, he went against the Red Sox, the Reds, the Phillies. This was in April though, and he gave up 2 earned runs there, or 1 earned run there. Um, my bad. And then Miami and the Padres. But he's went over versus a lot of other teams that are not nearly as good as the Phillies, in my opinion, like the Nationals, the Giants, things like that. I definitely think Schwellenbach should go over 1.5 earned runs allowed today. We have him projected for 2.3, 2.29, and a 71% projected hit rate. So let's lock this in together, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, guys, you can use code TTL on Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit bonus on your first deposit. And you also get a free month of VIP. It's a win-win situation there. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys in the next